Alright, welcome back, folks. We're continuing our Master of Magic stream from last time. This has not been an especially competitive game. We've kind of been running over the AIs pretty easily. If I had known it was going to go this well, I would have played it on the highest difficulty of Impossible instead of the second highest difficulty, but we kind of... we're playing Life Magic, which I think is strong already, and then we immediately were able to take over a halfling town, like immediately, or two halfling towns at the start of the game when... At that point, Heroism spell plus Halflings just like runs over things. And then we got Lionheart from one of our... Lionheart spell from one of the towers or whatever, from one of the little dungeons. And Halflings plus Lionheart plus Heroism just absolutely run over the map. So anyway, where is our army that was up here? Because it's not in the boats. Oh, it's in this town, right? Yeah, here they are. I mean these guys hit with... they have 7 attack and there's 8 of them. And they have 5 health each. It's like, yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, right now, in the last session, we took over the entirety of Arcanus, the first plane. We ended the session by taking out the wizard that was right here, who I think was Ariel, I think. And apparently in taking her capital, she had no magic points left, so she had no mana left. She couldn't cast the spell of her turn. So that just instantly eliminated her. We'll definitely take over the other 2 towns that are up here, because these are halfling towns, which are great to have. Oh, and by the way, we need a defender here first, so we should assign the spear. Oh, well, if we can do it in 1 turn, we'll do the sword instead. It only costs 1 gold. Anyway, so yeah, we'll take over these 2 towns. But the big thing is, in order to win the game, we need to take out the final AI, and that is Sisra. But right now, Sisra has this very annoying Planar Seal spell that's preventing us from getting into the other plane. So we're going to just keep trying to dispel this. Oh, we have a Lionheart spell going. We'll try to dispel it again. Where is the... that's right. I have another... Who is the unit I was going to cast Lionheart on? I actually need to double check that. Did I have it on all the slingers? Okay, you have Lionheart. You have Lionheart. And you do as well. Okay. I think I was going to cast it on Jayan, I think. Because didn't we already cast this on Shredder? Yeah. I think I was going to cast it on Jayan. It would also be really good on the Nightblades, too. But I think I was going to cast it on Jayan just so Jayan would be a little sturdier with the Wand of Glenda there. Anyway, so yes, we need to dispel this. We can't win the game. In order to win the game, we either have to research like a gazillion more spells, or more realistically, we have to take out the last AI. But we can't do that if we can't get over to the plane where he's hiding out. So, all right, let's go ahead and... Like next turn. Oh, we apparently also finished researching something. We finished True Sight. Okay, we were just trying to get... here we go. Stream of Life. Population growth rates double. Wait, isn't... Yes, this is the one we want. All unrest completely disappears. Expensive spell. All unrest disappears in the city. Also doubles population growth and units heal. Yes, let's get Stream of Life, shall we? We also finished the cathedral. We're also trying to make our way to Paladins before the game ends, which will probably not happen. So now we need to go do... We'll do the Stables and the Animus Guild. And we can apparently 2-turn the Stables without too much trouble. Yeah, we have like a lot of extra food right now. Is it normally massively negative on mana gen? Well, so we're not actually... I'll get to more of this in a second. I might as well do the sawmill, I guess. We can certainly get more production. Granary here. So if we did the granary, that means next we need the smithy. There we go. So let me go to the screen here. So yes, we're really negative on magic, but look, we can easily put our income into mana instead, and then like instead of paying out mana, we're gaining quite a bit. But our gold income is so high that there's not much point in doing that. We'd rather invest it in research or in building up our casting ability. Alright, so where are we going next with this group? Apparently we're still casting the Lionheart spell, right? Yeah, we still need another turn for that. Well, while we're here, we might as well try to get these, clear out these camps here. Death Knights, we can probably kill Death Knights at this point. And this town is still, yeah, we'll get 1 spear. Yeah, see, we can be in the positive on mana very, very easily if we want. So we can be plus 76 mana if we want. It's just I'd rather either be putting that into research so we can unlock a spell faster, or alternately increasing my casting skill. Most of the game I've been increasing my casting skill, because the higher your casting skill, the faster you can cast stuff. But right now I actually want to unlock Stream of Life. So I'm going to put everything in research for right now. So now we have the 86 mana. And of course we also have Alchemist. We also have the Alchemist retort, which lets us convert gold into mana at a 1-to-1 rate. So basically you can think of this with Alchemist trade as we are plus like 240 gold every turn. So there's really not much need to worry about running out of mana at this stage of the game. Oh, hi, there's some random spears there. So if we're research, we can do Stream of Life in 5 turns. So that's pretty good. There's also this tower up here. Oh, we can maybe take over that tower too. Maybe well, we should clear out the neutral towns, right? We should clear out these and any camps. I'll keep these ships in the area though, just in case I need them. All right, you guys. Oh, that's right. I need to go back and pick up these guys to build roads. Oh well. My enchanted road builders. All right, so here's our other army. Here we go. Let's go get this first. 1, 2, and you're gonna patrol there. I want another. Yep. Yeah, you can see now they're unhappy because we don't have military police, but we can make one of them happy. It's basically the silicoids ignoring weight cleanup costs, kind of. Not quite the same thing. Wait, I'm looking in the wrong spot over here. Oh yeah, so I basically have the army I need to finish things off at this point. I wish I had like 1 more slinger, but this is probably fine. These are the mithril slingers, so they actually have 8 attack, which is absurd. If I could get like if I get like 2 paladins for frontline, that would be super nice, but just that the game might be over before we get there. Like this town here has 5 unhappy Clackons. That would be a perfect place to cast Stream of Life. Alright. We managed to make one of them happy. It's just like impossible to keep Clackons happy normally. Here, we can do this. Parthenon. Nice. We'll do the Alchemist Guild. Again, we have enough extra food that we're not in a lot of danger right now. Alright. So, I mean, wait. Ah, that's right. We're going to put it on Jayan. That's right. Just makes Jane a little bit safer. Mostly it was just to get a few additional health. It also does increase the melee attack. It does not increase ranged attack. So the main purpose of that was just to get Jane some 3 extra health. And I guess some more resistance is not terrible either. Alright. Just move a little bit more gold over there. Just save. Will we use this spell to make the alien races have... Yeah. Okay, so see, these guys have a lot of attacks. They're going to fire these attacks at us. We should be fine, but you can see who are they going after? Jayan. They didn't manage to do too much to this unit. I think they killed... they only got 1 hit on. Alright, anyway. Who's the more dangerous one? The shamans are probably a little more dangerous because they don't suffer range penalties. Here goes Shredder. I mean, you kind of know the drill by this point. Just so we don't have to deal with not being full health. Alright, Shredder. Yeah, Shredder did take... Well, he took 1 point of damage. If the Nightblades could ever get up there fast enough, which they can't. Okay. We'll just... 2 more fame. Good. All the buildings survived. That's good. Alright, now they have some defenders. I mean, at this point, I guess we just do Alchemist Guild Cathedral because there's nothing else to build here. And we also definitely need to start casting that, what is the dispel? What is it? Disjunction spell. So as far as the odds of dispelling that, we are slightly over. Yeah, I mean, this game's like basically over, but I do want to finish it off. The way that works, somebody ran the numbers on the in the I think it was in the chat for the last session. Apparently, the odds to dispel this global enchantment, this planar seal, it's about 28%. So the odds are not great to dispel this. Like, it's not great odds. But if we increase the mana that's going into the spell, the odds don't really get that much better. Like, we could spend 500 mana on it, and then like we'd probably have like 60% odds, but instead of spending 500 mana, we could just spend 200, 200, 200, and we actually have much better odds if we just like keep trying. So it's better to keep trying at like the minimum mana spent. All right, so there are Death Knights in here, which are scary, but I think that we have the setup to deal with them. All right, first things first, let's use, is it Prayer? No, what's the one that's, it's True Light, right? Yeah, this one lowers all the stats of death units. So they'll have less defense and less attack and whatnot. All right. Slingers. That took out half of them. These are nasty units. So there's 4 figures. They have, well, normally they have, what, 8 attack, 9 attack. You can see they have a lot of health here. Plus 3 to hit. They fly so that the terrain can't stop them. They also lifesteal. Now, they can't heal normally, but they lifesteal. So as they damage units, they heal. So, like, if they're stronger than the enemy, they have armor piercing, so they ignore half of the defender's defense. They have first strike, so they deal their damage first before the enemy unit hits back. They're immune to poison. They have weapons immunity, so if you don't have magic weapons, they, like, basically don't take any damage. They're immune to cold and death. Like, they just have a lot of really nasty things, but we have very strong slingers, so... I mean, yeah, they both have, like, no health left. Let's go up here. Now, Pizarro, you actually can't hit them because they're flying. I'm just going to try to protect Cortez, who's a lot weaker. Apparently they chose not to attack for some reason, so that just... I don't know why they didn't run forward and try to attack. So I guess that's just it. 2 fame. We gain the awareness spell. That's a nice defense. We have, like, all these armors. We don't... Oh, magic immunity. That's fantastic. That's really good. Yeah, magic immunity is just fantastic. This is... We're going to put this on Shredder. That means enemy spells can't target him at all. That's really nice. Paladins have that as an innate ability. And Skydrakes have it too. Magic immunity is just fantastic. Now we have all these extra armors. I mean, I don't think we need this many armors. We'll get rid of this. Okay, and we also got this spell. Reveal the location of all cities on both planes. Again, a nice spell, but we kind of know, like, we kind of know where this guy's cities are. They're over here. We have our little magic units are almost just about scouted it out. We just need to get there is the thing. Also, now we have, like, crazy amounts of gold and mana again. So you can patrol there. This guy is not doing a whole lot. These guys here are more useful. Because, like, we found a node controlled by Sisra. Sisra must be in this area here. He didn't really get that much of the other plane, did he? Alright, well anyway, we're working on casting Disjunction. Hopefully we won't have to cast it too many times. Alright, Dark Elf Priests. I mean, that would be nice, but I have no way of getting these guys up to the front lines. Okay, we're going to reject these guys. It says 3 mercenaries for hire. I don't know why it's... Oh, was it 3 of them? Oh, well. I didn't need that in any case. Alright, so we're going to do the Animus Guild now. Technically, we don't need... Well, actually, we don't really need... This is kind of an odd building. The Animus Guild increases the amount of food generated by your farmers by 1. So instead of 2 food, they produce 3. Also reduces unrest by 1. Anyway, let's go towards the Paladins. Armory. Alright, that works. We should probably get legions set up to gut these guys. Well, we're not too far off. Again, I'd love to cast Stream of Life here because there's these lizard men do not particularly like us either. But we can do the farmer's market. There you go. We can work on that. Alright, we should probably do the Miners Guild. We're still in positive food, by the way. What do we just do here? Alright, well, Marketplace probably makes the most sense. Alrighty, so what do we still have here in terms of... I'd love to flip over, because like if we flipped over on the other plane, we could try taking over these cities here, which I would really like. But apparently it's going to take another turn before our disjunction spell can succeed. Anyway, what's in this lair? Angel, I'm using. Somewhat appropriate. And then that one's unexplored. Well, we might as well clear these out. Unfortunately, we can't move there very quickly. You only move 1 tile per turn here. But we're kind of waiting for this disjunction spell to succeed anyway, so... Actually, I need you to go back this direction because I need you to pick up these engineers so they can build roads on this other continent. Anyway, in this city... Oh, I left it on trade goods. Whoops. Well, let's get the spear built so that you don't get unhappy. And now my other army is going to take out that spot. Ideally, they'd pop through the tower then over to the other plane, but the towers don't do anything if there's the planar seal spell in effect like there is right now. Oh, hello, there's a... Oh, well, guess what? He didn't bother to defend that outpost, so we just take it out. The AI gets a lot of bonuses on the higher difficulties, but they don't actually play the game very well. How much more do we need on our research? We need 874. And we're getting... There's no research overflow in the game, remember. We're getting 326, so we'll have to dial that down in a turn or two. Yeah, we're pretty much just waiting until we can get over to the other plane. Other than that, we're just kind of chilling here. We should do the Miners Guild for more production here. Planar seal. Unsuccessful. We failed twice now. Well, we got to keep trying. So let's just set up the stats on this real quick. Again, this is a very annoying spell when the AI casts it. So the odds are apparently about 28%. So do 0.28 times 1. Or no, it's the opposite. It's 0.72 equals 0.72 times. All right, and if you want to know what our odds are, it equals 1 minus. All right, so 2 castings gave us about a 50-50 chance. If we wanted to put this. So if we cast again, it's like 62% to get it within 3 castings. Wait, what the? Oh, well. Come on. 73% to get it within 4 castings, but knowing my luck, we'll have to just keep casting. We'll probably have to cast it 8 times, knowing my luck. Where are we? Here we are. Well, we'll keep trying. It is a little bit of a fallacy, because the odds don't get better on each casting. It is still 28% each time we try. Where is this guy? Okay, in the northeast corner. Did we check that's in here? Nope. I don't think we're going to get the chance to do a lot of clearing of all the camps on this plane, but you never know. So at least we've scouted out most of this plane. That's just this area in the southeast we haven't done yet. Research. Next turn we'll dial down our spending. Also, let's convert some of this gold that we're not doing anything with. So you can see one of the biggest limitations is just being able to spend mana. This guy's got plenty of mana, so we're going to have to dispel that. Alright, like it's not... Sometimes they will not be able to maintain an enchantment. Alright, so this is... How much is this? 200? So we hit 50. Anything beyond 50 food is just wasted here. Oh, hello. We don't actually want to fight you. Let's go get him. You can see they tossed all those attacks at Jayan and none of them hit. Again, Lionheart, so good. Oh wait, no, invulnerability is so good because the first 2 hits sustained from the unit are ignored. And that's on a per figure basis, so. Alright, Shredder, you can try to get up there. I can't see, against this white background, I can't see the invisible units at all. All I know is that we just basically one-shot these guys. Okay. I guess Shredder is heading inside. I can't see him. Alright, Shredder. You finally got a chance to do something. Oh, we destroyed the armory. Alright. Let's get you 2 spears as well. Just like this town now has 2 spears, so now we can do other stuff like the library. Oh, we can just barely get... Oh, apparently don't have enough food for that. Okay, let's dial down the food in some of the cities we don't care as much about. Like these Clacon ones. Okay, well that still didn't get us that much. I guess because that city's so unhappy. Here, this will get us a bit more. Okay. I still need to scrounge out 1 more food here. Alright, there we go. That'll work. Okay. Cool. We're up to 81 fame, which is a lot. Alright, oh, we need to dial down our research spending because we only need 218 more. Again, overflow is just wasted in this game. We only need 218. So I guess 225. Of course, we'll put the rest in skill. We'll try to get our casting skill up. I mean, again, higher casting skill means more we can do. Alright, once again, we have an enemy incoming, so this is easy enough. Go get him. We've seen random monsters wander in here a couple times. Yeah. So I will cast Stream of Life if I can. Now, Mass Healing is nice. Heals all units in a battle. Create Artifact is a more powerful create item spell. Planar Travel we want. Oh wait, no, that's on a single unit. Never mind. Oh, Oh, here we go. Here's Tauren. Well, let's research this. I think it's too late in the game to get much use out of Tauren, but sure, let's try it. And some of these cities that are just starting out, like they always do the buildings in the same order. Like as soon as the marketplace is done, you just know farmer's market for the next one. All right, we're still waiting on that disjunction spell. For magic, we'll go back to research now. All right, so this group's just gonna hang out here because they can't go. Yep, see, they can't get through the tower. Oh, you need to stay back in here. Done for right now. There we go. Okay. Let's clear this. There's an angel in here. 2 angels. There are very few white magic summoned units. You have the Guardian Spirit, and then you have unicorns and angels and archangels. Again, the stats on angels aren't bad or anything. The big problem with them is they're single figure. The big thing that they give is this. They increase the attack, strength, defense, and resistance of all friendly units for being in the same stack, which is really nice. And they can also use this Dispel Evil against Chaos or Death creatures, which doesn't apply to us here. Problem is, they still get one shot by Slingers, so... Yep. Yep. Maybe we'll let Pizarro do something. He does have invulnerability, right? Yeah, okay. Let's let Pizarro go kill somebody. We'll kill everything else. He can kill one guy. There you go, Pizarro. Good job. And now we just buy Guardian Spirits. Oh, we found Oh, we got a hero here too. He's pretty bad, but he is a caster. That so we can put him in our capital, and he'll give us more casting skill. I don't know if anyone wants to rename this guy Raywind. He would have been good earlier in the game, but he's just like Noble gives you 10 gold per turn. Like, that's good early at this stage of the game. We're making 300 something gold per turn. It's irrelevant. So I will put heroism on him. I'll give it 2 more seconds. I don't know what FNG... That's his splash art. People are saying this is talent. Freaking new guy. He's a new guy. So this is a fun spell, Create Artifact. You can use it to, well, as it says, you know, literally create artifacts. Create items that are going to go on your units. Okay. Now that's actually being defended by Dark Elves. They would kill our scout here. He might still kill my scout here, but I'm trying to get extra information. All right. Now we're still casting Disjunction, aren't we? Okay. I figured we were. But we will need... Next up, what we'll do is we'll cast Heroism on our unit because... oh, wait. No, is he way over there? Oh, I'm going to have to cast Recall Hero on him. Is he in the stack? Oh, he's in the stack over here. We need to cast Recall Hero. Well, we can Recall Hero him back to the capital after this. As soon as we get in a battle, we can go up here and we can use this battle to recall him. Honestly, we could also recall Cortez. Honestly, we could recall Cortez because he would give us another 20 casting skill for being in our capital. I might do that as well because I don't really need, like, I don't really need him attacking people, but I could really use that extra casting skill. So I might try that. I could theoretically do the same thing with Jayan up here. Jayan Dark would give me another 20 casting skill, but I might actually need... Well, we'll see. I have no battle to recall him back. All right. Library. Give us a little more extra research. A lot of these are... This is the one barbarian town that I have. So I guess it's Farmer's Market for right now. Library. Farmer's Market. Getting a little extra food from some of these. Are they unhappy here? No, they're fine. So, sawmill to increase production on future things. All right, third attempt. Unsuccessful again. 3 times now. We need to do heroism. So again, we can't really get through this area until... All right, we need to build a road from here to here. So I'll move these guys on the ship, which is faster than them walking up through land. But we need to heroism the new hero we just recognized. Okay, he has 500 magic points, so he's not running out in the near future. How close are we on Incarnation? 2 turns. We can dial down spending next turn. Oh, we can actually see this is his capital right here, right? Yeah. So here's what's... I mean, we can easily take this out. So we really just need to get a stack of halflings to this tile, and we will win the game. Or close to it. Again, he's probably going to attack my scouting spirit, but I've already gotten the scout I need at this point. Like, I'm right in the middle. I've gotten most of his territory mapped out at this point. Alright, we have so much gold. I could be spending the gold aggressively, but I don't really need to. Actually, we can probably turn even more gold into this. Like, there's a tower just southeast of the capital. Yes. Right there. Actually, so you know what we should do? Let's move this stack here. And let's have it ready to pop out through that tower. Because if we start moving now, maybe they can get down there by the time we need the disjunction. I'd move them, but I already hit the done key. And once you do that, you can't. So, yeah, that's a great spot. It's literally, it's right offshore. Right, it's like right by our territory. He casts Just Cause. Interesting. All right, yeah, so here... Well, let's see if we can win this battle, actually. If we invulnerability, we might be able to survive a hit here. Yep. Here we go. Lionheart invulnerability. Let's go. He tried counter magic. It didn't work. We can't do heroism because these guys don't have levels. But we can do holy weapon, right? True sight. That's not going to be helpful here. Heroism won't work. Holy armor would work, though. Oh. Holy weapon. Oh, can't do that. Less. Oh, okay. See if we can heal our guy. I was worried about that. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. And this is how you take a little magic spirit and make it stronger than the enemy's units. That was fun. We just stacked Lionheart and Invulnerability, and that was enough to make it so we were stronger there. Do you need... You don't need the Cathedral just yet. Alright, there we go. Alright, Heroism. We need that on the new hero we just picked up. I realize this is like not super exciting because like we're in really comfortable shape right now, but sooner or later we will get over there to that other plane. Alright, so now it's time to go back to casting Disjunction again. I'm assuming that he still has Planar Seal up. Yep. Alright, we've tried 3 times and failed 3 times. And then I can, again, the higher my casting power, the sooner I can cast this. I'll pull more guys back just so I can have more. I'll pull both of my casters back to my capital just so I have more casting power. Alright, we're also going to finish Incarnation this turn, so we need, what, 250? Was that what it said? 269. So just need to make sure we have that. There we go, 271. We'll put the rest into skill. And where are we here? Alright, we need to see if there's anything in this direction. Oh, somehow we still have this guy alive for the time being. Has not taken over that node somehow. Looks like we've got most of his territory done at this point. We are negative on food, so we need to cut some food somewhere. Here we go. That should get us the food we need. Just make sure we have plenty of casting juice. We have 1,000 magic points. Yep, the scout did win. Alright, so we successfully now can summon Tauren. I'll summon him as soon as we can take that out. Like, the problem is just, I can't cast all the spells I want. Righteousness is great if you're up against someone who casts, obviously, Death and Chaos Magic, but it's kind of useless for us. It's not as good as... It's like a lesser version of Magic Immunity. Okay. Out of these, I don't think... Oh, this is really nice. All units built in the target city come out elite. Super nice. But since we have Heroism, it's a little bit less useful. Out of these aren't... None of these are like that great, but I'll just research Planar Travel. But I think I'm going to put my stuff in casting skill. All right. Armorer's Guild unlocks the War College. And then Paladins can finally be built after that. El Dorado over here. We should probably do the Sawmill to increase production. That would be nice if we have the food for it. Alright, Marketplace. Farmer's Market here. Alright. Warbears. Alright, first things first. Recall hero. Not Pizarro. New guy. Done. Can Cortez recall himself? Apparently he can recall himself. Alright. 80 whole mana crystals. Well, the main thing about that is now my 2 casters are back here in the capital. Wait, no, that's not the capital. Wait, isn't this the capital? Wait, aren't they? Where are they? Shouldn't they be back there at the capital? I cast Recall Hero. Maybe it takes him a turn to pop up there. I hope so. Maybe it takes him a turn to get back there. I'm going to assume it takes a turn. Because otherwise I don't know what the heck's going on. Alright, meanwhile, you are moving down here. Oh, I actually built an extra one of these. Whoops. Well, we don't need another extra halfling spearing. So, we will change you to something useful, like a temple. Oh, it sends the hero to the summoning circle. Oh, that makes sense. I thought it sent them back. For whatever reason, I thought it sent them back. Okay, well, they're somewhere. It should tell me where my summoning circle is, shouldn't it? Well, they're somewhere. I have not actually used that spell before. I think the last time I put my summoning circle was over here. Somewhere. I wish I had... Yep, all right, here they are. Okay. Well, good news. There is a dungeon right here. So I can use this to get them back. I can remove the summoning circle and then... Okay, we can move the summoning circle and then we'll run them in there and then they can teleport back. Okay, well this is good. I learned something. Summon the guardian spirit. Okay. Only thing left to build now is a cathedral here, which is good because it's slightly unhappy. Cathedrals are very expensive though. Alright, we don't care about dispelling just cause. Planar seal. 4th time's the charm. Oh, it worked! Ha! It worked! Okay. Excellent. Now we can stop wasting mana over and over again on that. Okay, well. Well, let's get these units over to the other plane first. Where's the planar shift spell? Plane shift. Here we go. Okay. Well, yeah, I am surprised. I mean, I kept expecting it to work. So we got on the 4th time. The odds were about 73% we'd get it on one of those times. All right, so what do I want to cast first then? Do I want to move these guys back to the... let's... You know, it's going to take him a while before you can get that spell back up again because that's an expensive spell to cast. So let's move the summoning circle. Summoning circle. So we'll move the summoning circle back to the capital because that'll increase my casting spell for future planar shift spells. And yeah, let's get these guys moving in this direction. All right, you guys, just the 2 of you, are going to go there and teleport next turn. You guys are going to build a road here. This is just 2 spears. These guys can actually kill. With my magic, I can easily kill those guys if they choose to attack. All right. Meanwhile, over here, we have some Clack-on spears. So let's just take this out. I mean, it's like not a challenge to take this out. Stupid Clack-on city. Why do so many of the cities have to be Clack-ons this game? So we continue exploring the Arctic. All right. Meanwhile, over here. All right, rush by, just so we have something there. I mean, we'll go ahead and what's here? Cockatrice. Okay. And if we plane shift, we're actually right on top of these cities here, so that'll be fun. Can also plane shift the engineers over here too, so they can build the magic roads to connect this continent. They can like walk here, like walk to this tile here. I'm gonna put my hand on the screen, and then you're on this tile, and then walk down a couple more tiles and plane shift back again to be over here. Fun stuff. There are ways to... Oh, yeah. So you can... Yeah, yes. You can also bypass the seal by... I think by using, like, the hero recall spell. You can go to the summoning circle, but it has to be in one of your towns on the other plane. Something like that. Alright. Planar travel. Let's... I don't care about that one. Let's just go back to increasing our casting skill. We can get an additional point, like, every turn. Because this is not... We already have something that lets us do it. That just lets an individual unit shift at will. Okay. Again, same thing. One Lionheart means you got no chance. And just for funsies, invulnerability. We are not lacking for mana. Even though that spell cost a lot, we're not lacking for mana. Yep. I mean, you can't deal any damage once that happens. Farmer's Market. Sage's Guild. Marketplace. We'll do the Psalm. Smithy. That means Marketplace is next. Alright, Summoning Circle. Which one is our capital again? This is our capital, because these were the ones we took over first. City of Revenge. Okay, good. Alrighty. Now. Just to make sure that we don't get killed here. Alright. You are about to be the luckiest stone giants ever. Because we're about to use you just as an opportunity to recall out of here. Actually, spell. Why spend mana if we don't have to? Okay. Now, if you thought we were done with that camp, we're not. Because the monsters you killed do not return. So now it's only warbears left. And that means we can do our favorite thing. Go get them! World's toughest spearman on the duty. We found another prisoner. I'm gonna skip her because then I can't summon Torin. Would have been useful earlier in the game, but not now. Unicorns. We got the unicorn spell. I don't think I need these boats anymore, but I'll just put them on patrol up here. Those boats serve me really well. Okay, so the important thing is now we have our heroes back at the capital. That's not the capital. Capital is slightly further south. Here we go. So now our heroes are back at the capital, which now means we get their casting skill added to ours. So now our casting skill is 111. Well, it's 79, and it goes to 111 with those bonuses. So that's really nice. So now we can start to cast Planar Shift, which won't finish until next turn. We can also, when I'm not casting that, I can cast fun stuff like, well, not Summon Champion. Where's Incarnation? We can bring Torin out. But let's get the unit shifted first. Yeah, it only costs 75 magic points, so that's pretty nice. Now, are my units on the tile, like, are they where I want them to be? This stack doesn't matter. This stack flies, so it can be anywhere. So yeah, we'll start casting that. That'll finish next turn. I don't know if we want to... We don't really have... Do we have any... Actually, we do have a Guardian Spirit nearby. Sure. I'm going to put my finger on the screen so I know... Oh, they're one tile to the south of this, so they're actually in a perfectly fine spot right now. Yeah, they're literally right next to this. They can just chill right there. All right, you guys. You know, you're in a little... Actually, you guys are in a perfect spot, too. Well, let's see if we can clear this camp while we're here. The cockatrices, and then we'll shift you over after that. All right, so you go on patrol there. Somehow we have not had our scouts taken out by the AI. Again, the AI is not that good. All right, so you basically come down here because we're going to take this over. What does the diamond on the map do? I don't know what you mean by diamond on the map, unfortunately. Slinger Central. This is where we got our recent bout of slingers out. Might as well do the Parthenon, because we don't really have anything else to do right now here. Now, it looks like we're back to having an excess of food again, so that's good. There you go. Alright, plane shift spell. That's a cool little effect. Nice. Also, we're continuing to burn through mana at an incredible rate. Alright. Storm Giants are a little nasty because they have the ability to toss those bolts at the start of each fight. And this is a sorcery node, so we won't be able to cast our own spells. That's only one sorcery. It's only one of them, so that's not a big deal. But look, they took out half of Jayan's health there. I'm going to try a healing spell just in case. It'll almost certainly fail, but it has like 20% odds to work. Yeah, I figured as much. I don't really want to hit the Phantom Warriors because they ignore defense with their illusion ability. So I'm going to keep... I don't really want my melee units to get involved in the fighting. Alright, we took out the Storm Giant. That's good. These guys will never get close enough to hit us. They have no defense, so they just die instantly to any attacks. Still, I'm glad there weren't more Storm Giants in there. If there had been like 3 of them, then Jane probably would have died, even though Jane has... invulnerability to block the first 2 hits taken. So many shields. Okay. New guy, you can take the shield. So much stuff. Why have I gotten no rings? I've gotten like 18 shields and armors this game. I've never gotten one of these rings. Oh, he can use this. I forgot. He can take that. Cool. Well, now we have a node on a magic node on the other plane. And we have a guardian, we have a spirit that can come over and claim this. Otherwise, I'm just going to have this stack start walking in this direction. Can probably clear some of these camps. I'm probably going to have both of these stacks. Here, you can clear this camp. Both of these stacks, like, try to cross over. Oh, we got Earth Elementals, too. Well, Earth Elementals have a lot of health, but they have almost no defense, so... Again, Pizarro just doesn't really have to do anything. Okay, whatever. Alright, where is this on the plane? Okay, sure. So let's plane shift. I didn't even mean to save it there. I just clicked by accident. Let's plane shift again. We'll plane shift you, and then you'll be able to start grabbing some of these neutral towns. And then we'll just walk our way down. I think I'm going to have one army right here converge this way. The other army's here. They're going to both converge this way, and then they'll get over here. I might even just be able to fly them by having the two stacks on the same tile. They can just fly over. So that's the plan. Anyway, and then we'll make our way over there and try to finish that off. Alrighty. You guys, yeah, you guys can just chill. You're just going to give me extra casting skill. So after we plane shift, we'll summon Tauren, and we'll see if we can somehow... We could actually plane shift from here over to the battlefield too, which would be fun. Diamond, regular plane close to the neutral cities we just took over. Near your engineers. Oh, this is a magic node. This is generating additional magic power for us. I'm assuming you mean this. Good question. So how much... We're generating 183 magic power per turn. We can allocate it to research. We can allocate it to increasing our casting skill or to get more mana. I'm not putting any in mana because I just convert my gold income into mana. You also can get this from your cities. The blue thing on the desert close to the city. Oh, this. Oh, this is a terrain feature. This is gems. If you have a city near here, it produces 5 gold. Sorry. This is a terrain feature. It's like a gold tile in Civ. Gives you extra gold per turn. If it's in a city's radius. Good question. Yeah, they're more relevant for the early game. They're not so relevant at this late in the game. Like 5 gold is not a big deal. But at the start of the game, an extra 5 gold per turn is pretty nice. Anyway, you guys can patrol for right now. You guys can head back in there. Somehow the AI has continued to let us scout all this stuff. We'll just pop in the water so he can't attack us there. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. How close are we on our research? We need... Alright, we only need 200 more beakers, so... Let's avoid wasting... What was it? 204? Oh, look at this. Research cost 203. We're spending 204. Nothing wasted. Very, very nice. Is there a wiki for this? Yeah, there's a lot of documentation for this. You have to be careful because there's been a lot of like fan created mods, and there was a remake of this game from like 3 or 4 years ago. But you can find documentation on. This is the original version. I think it's like 1.3 it's like 1.31 or something like that. It's the final version of the Microprose game. So yes, there's a lot of information out there. All right, planar travel. Okay. So this spell is the most expensive life magic spell in the game, Charm of Life. It is an insanely powerful spell. It's a global enchantment. Increases the hit points of all friendly units by 25%. And if it's less than 25%, it adds +1 health. So like all those if a slinger has like 1 health, it'll add it to 2 health. Our slingers right now have 5 health. I think this would take them up to 6 health each. It's an insanely powerful global one. The problem is it's super duper expensive. So I think I'm just gonna do something a little bit cheaper. Let's do mass healing because I'm not gonna be putting my points in research for right now. This is just gonna take so long. It's gonna take just forever. This is again useful if you're up against a chaos magic user. This is an incredibly nasty enchantment. Every single time a chaos spell tries to be cast, they have to resist a 500 strength injunction, and 500 was the planar seal. So like imagine trying to break that planar seal spell every single time you try to cast a red magic spell. Nasty, nasty stuff. We'll do this. Oh, look at this. See if I want to hire Doom Drakes. A pair of this is what is this? This is like one of the top. Is this the top draconic unit? I think. I mean, I don't really know what I'd do with these, but I have the money. It's 3. Is it 2 dragons or 3? I mean, okay, sure, why not? I mean, we don't really need these guys, but they're elite. They fly. Sure, we'll bring them on board. We have the money. We're not hurting for money. Here, have fun with that. All right, planar shift. These guys. Boop, just like that, we're ready. Oh, oh my god, there's 3. I didn't realize there were 3 of them. That's what you guys were saying by 3 dragons. Okay, well, just like that, we kind of have an army here. All right, so what do we want to do? We want to summon, let's get Tauren, and we can plane shift these guys, all of these guys plus Tauren over there. I guess I'm not going to get to cast my spell that makes the cities, yeah, I mean, we have 113 casting skill, so that's, I guess, 3 turns for Tauren. Unless it might only be 2, because we might not have spent all of our stuff last turn. Anyway, yeah, you guys just chill here for right now. Build. You guys go back to patrolling. Okay. You guys are going to head in this direction. I'm going to put on my rare go-to order because I don't trust the AI's pathfinding in this game. Alright, so the glowing roads, by the way, you have infinite movement. All roads on Myrror are enchanted by default. You have infinite movement. It's like railroads in the original Civ game. So oh, it's a troll village. Well, let's go grab some trolls. Trolls have very high health and they have regeneration. Even if they die, if you win the combat, they come back at full health afterwards. Very, very nasty. That said, trolls are horrible economically. They can only build the very basic buildings. They're kind of like a rush civ, if that makes sense. But, oh, whoops! That was not where we wanted to go! That was a misclick. It's okay. If he dies, we can cast Raise Dead. We do have a unit enchantment that gives extra armor. Holy armor. Actually, no. Let's put invulnerability on him. That'll be more useful. How about some Civ 1 or Civ 2? We'll see. Okay. Fortunately, that unit is still pretty tanky. I was like, that's not where that unit was supposed to go. I won't rule it out maybe someday. But I haven't really played either of those games in a long time. I've never really played Civ 2. I played a fair decent... I played Civ 1 back in the day. Yes, our flying units can't make use of the magic roads. That's correct. Alrighty, here. This way we at least have one unit in there. As long as there's one unit in there, I can, like, rush by more. By the way, what's up here? Guardian Spirit. Okay, we could probably take that over, but, like, I don't want to waste the time. Continue to get more fame, by the way. New guy, the Warrior Mage. That's hilarious. Yeah, I just... You know, I know some people like a lot of the stuff. I never liked the aesthetics of Civ 2. The advisors, the goofy advisors that were like live actors, I never liked. I never liked the aesthetic of Civ 2. I know that's heresy for a lot of people. I just didn't. I played the I played the original Civ, and I played and I kind of skipped Civ 2 and then played Civ 3 obviously to like. I played an insane amount of Civ 3, but you guys know about that from my website. If you've poked around in the older parts, at least. Alright, so this troll can hang out back here. Yeah, sure, you can produce another one. Alright, so this is dwarfs. These are dwarven. Yeah, dwarves are a nice race. They get extra production. They have some good units. Alright. Bizarro, why don't you go clean up this poor guy over there? I mean, I know that we're just, like, cheesing all these guys, but a lot of these units are actually kind of strong. We just have, like, these super strong halflings. Yeah, dwarves get like a lot. They get they get extra production. What is it? They grow slowly, but they double bind bonuses and they double gold that you create. They have like the first 2/3 of the buildings, but they also do miss a lot of the high end buildings. And like Clackons, their workers produce 3 production each instead of the normal 2. Anyway, we'll go ahead. We have enough money that we can just purchase that right away. Alrighty, what's in here? Oh, hello. Hi there. Gorgons. Okay. Not insignificant. These are... Oh, you could have told me there was a Colossus in here. Jeez. I didn't know that they had a freaking Colossus in here. We need to heal. Keep Jane from dying here. Gonna double heal her. Like, the Colossus is a much more deadly unit than the Gorgons. Usually it tells you the most deadly unit. Alright, fortunately Jane's okay. Now, the Colossus, you can see, insanely high in numbers here, but it is a single-figure unit, so hopefully we can cut that down. I hope so, anyway. Okay, yeah, we still have enough to hit this, thankfully. This gives us +1 to hit. Yeah, we'll just do this. Hi, Radkeys. Thanks for subscribing. I don't really want to engage in melee. Okay, fortunately, slingers are really OP. A mace and a sword. Okay, we have better stuff than that. Okay, that's awful. I was hoping we get a better reward than that. It wasn't really a very good reward. Anyway, we're still working on Incarnation. Our research is not close to finishing. Okay. Nope, we're still having fun clearing these camps, though. Alright. So now we've taken this. Now we need to get our slow-moving stack over here. As I said, the stacks are going to work their way together. Civ 2's not on Steam or GOG. That's funny. I would assume it would be, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, we can finally produce Paladins. Yay! A very, very good unit. So there are Paladins, you get 4 of them. You can see their base stats are very good to begin with, but then they have some really, really good bonuses. Biggest one is magic immunity. They can't be hit by ranged magical attacks. They can't be hit by almost all spell effects. Doesn't make them completely immune, but this just makes it like so enemy shamans can't hit them. Enemy priests can't hit them. You can't cast like chaos magic or death magic at them. They're just immune. Really, really nasty. They have the holy bonus. Increases the attack, strength, defense, and resistance of all friendly units by the bonus level. So they give bonus stats to other units in the same stack. They're armor piercing. They ignore half of defender's defense, and they get first strike. Awesome stuff. Really, really good. So we can apparently 3-turn them here. We'll get a couple of that. We'll get a couple. We're building like this other stack here at the capital that we're then going to teleport over there. All right, you are apparently unhappy. You have an unhappy face, so we'll try to do the temple. The game is probably going to end before we can build that, but we'll try. All right, let's do the Alchemist Guild. It's much cheaper. We have no shortage of food right now, so all these cities can like go to max production. Okay, Miners Guild done. Do the Alchemist Guild, unless you're... that should be fine. Farmer's Market, of course, gives extra food as well. We get to the even breakpoint. We'll do the sawmill. Yeah, you don't need a shrine just yet. Oh, here we go. All right, Tauren, the game's best hero. Can only be summoned by that white magic spell. Has all kinds of fun stuff. Interesting. Is he normally a caster? I can't remember if he's normally a caster. Well, he is in this game. Leadership gives extra stats to all units in the same stack. Constitution, he will get extra defense on level up. Might, he'll get extra health on level up. Prayer Master, extra resistance, extra agility. He's immune to missiles. He has magic immunity. He's really, really good. And look at his stats. He starts with 13 attack. Insane. I'm going to keep his name as Tauren because he's like a special hero. So first things we're going to do is we're going to cast, what's it called? Heroism on him. We'll get that working. Name him Marius? No. My rival. So yeah, we'll cast that. And look at this. Apparently our casting skill has been bumped up to 123. So we'll get, very quickly we'll get that on him. So increase his level because he's going to get an insane amount of stats. We can also give him some items. +3 defense, +3 movement, elemental armor. That works for me. He doesn't need more resistance. He already has tons of... This is fine. Does this give him extra movement? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Need a weapon for him, though. It's weird. I've gotten like 1 billion wands in this game, but I've gotten very little outside of them. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, I don't see anything else. Yeah, we'll put you on patrol for right now. Ah, here we go. This town finally got its other spearman built. You need a builder's hall before you can do anything else, though. Patrol. Alright. So you guys need to get moving, but unfortunately the terrain's very rough here. So you're gonna be stuck here for the time being. Alright. Let's keep grabbing these layers while we're here. Oh. Death Knights. Let's see how far east this island goes. Probably not much further. Enchant, so I mean I'd love to enchant them, but the problem is I can't really spare the turns to cast. I have too many other things I need to keep casting. Like I'm gonna cast Heroism, and then I want to stack Lionheart and Invulnerability on Tauren as well. And then I might need them, and then I wouldn't mind casting Stream of Life on some of these cities. I haven't even used Prosperity either, which increases gold by 50% in cities. I'd like to get Stream of Life on some of the cities that have unhappiness. Oh, hi there, Warbears. I don't even know what city this is, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because you already know what we're going to do. Just create the world's greatest spearman again. I don't even think we need Heroism, but we have 1,800 mana, so... Yep, well, that was fun. Alright, Plain. Tauren scales insanely well with levels. Are these guys... No, not planar travel. I need planar shift. I need to get these guys over to the other plane so they can continue building roads. I want to connect these cities together over here. All right. Well, let's see what's in here. War bears? Okay. I love how we still couldn't kill that in one shot. Shredder. Oh, I thought I was going to give Shredder a chance to do something, but no. Okay, 110 mana. All right, we should get a lot of magic power from this. We're at 189 because all nodes are doubled in power on Myrror. Okay. Oh, we rolled very low. We rolled 11. We rolled one of the lowest totals we could. But whatever. We still got more magic power. I mean, yeah, our casting skill is 151 right now. That's pretty good. We have, what, 3 heroes with casting skill in our capital right now. And yeah, it looks like we got this all explored at this point. All right, we're back at the capital. Wanted to see Torin's stats now that we upgraded him. New guy. New guy, the warrior mage. He's going to stay here. I'm not going to send him off to fight. I'll keep him just for the casting skill. Where is Torin? Here we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, like, look, Torin already has 21 attack. He's level 3 right now. He can get up to level 9. He has 21 attack already. He has 22 defense. He has he has 17 defense, 18 resistance. He's already up at 19 health. He doesn't even have a weapon yet. He's a caster of skill 70. Like, he scales insane with more levels. It's ridiculous. I don't really need to shift these guys over here, to be perfectly clear. That's more of a luxury. But I'm not exactly like, oh, we can kill this guy. Now, see, the AI, when you attack an enemy unit, the AI does get to take its turn first. So he decided to use his turn to blast JN down there with a direct damage spell. So I'm just going to use my turn to heal that damage up. They really keep wanting to kill poor JN. Again, JN doesn't have a lot of health or a lot of defense. Okay, I mean, sure. I couldn't have made it in here anyway, so we'll pop in here next turn and then keep going. Alright, oh, almost there. Gotta get those roads built. Alright, time for our next spell. So we're putting Lionheart. Where is it? Lionheart and Invulnerability on Torin. I'm gonna do Lionheart and Invulnerability, then I'll planar travel that stack over there, because I'll have my first Paladin done by then too. Maybe I can get 2 Paladins in the stack. So we're gonna shift 1, 2, 3 of these, and then 2 heroes and a Paladin or 2. That sounds like fun. Okay, so that happened. Apparently a lot of cities grew a population points. Yeah, it starts to get kind of silly in the late game. We'll do this shrine. You're going to need happiness. Not that it matters at this stage of the game. We don't have to be like real careful with our build orders right now because we're like, it's late game. All right. Here we go. Cool. You finished another spear. Good stuff. Okay, patrol there. Let's start building our stack. Well, first of all, I need to make sure that this is not is not going to end up in the water, because they're literally in the water if I teleport them here. Okay, so let's get you guys and you, the Paladin. Let's see if we go on this tile. Hold on. All right, they are right on this tile if I shift them there. So this is a good staging tile right here. I don't want to shift my heroes up there until I'm ready to cast that spell. All right, 3 turns for Paladin spell. Invulnerability for Torin. All right, we made it down to Antarctica, so I don't think there's much left in this area. All right. Death Knights. 2 Death Knights and, what is it? Wraiths? Yeah. Again, we have to kill the Death Knights first. Let's make sure that we get that True Light, which will decrease their stats. And then I'll have you cast Prayer, which will help us out as well. Okay. The Night Blades, who have still not really done anything. Let's see if we can hit these Death Knights. Okay, that works. It helps that we lowered their stats a little bit, at least. Alright, well, that works. Oh! Chaos Mastery. Not very useful when we don't have any Chaos spells. You would think that the game would be set up. This increases your skill with Chaos Magic. Increases Wizard Chaos Spell Research by 15%. Reduces the casting cost by 15%. Makes it twice as hard to dispel the Wizard's Chaos spells. Double the magic power obtained from Chaos Nodes. Okay, so it does give us more magic power from Chaos Nodes, and we do have some of them. So like the nodes over here are now giving us more power. Actually, we have a decent chunk of Chaos Nodes. Yeah, actually we have, so that did do something. Now our magic power went up to 238, so we can keep pumping that casting skill. We actually get like a 1.5 of casting skill every turn, which is kind of fun. What are we researching again? Mass healing. For the next game, I'll have to think about what the next game's gonna be. I haven't decided yet, but we'll figure out something. All right, dwarves. Another dwarven city, but we should be able to finish this today, as I said. Like, look, these dwarves, some of them are not getting one-shotted, so like they're pretty sturdy. Like, these are just swordsmen, which are not particularly big units. But look, the swords have 3 health because they're dwarves. As I said, dwarves are pretty sturdy. All right, well, you know what? I want you to finally be able to get to do something, Pizarro, so you can go finish off that guy. Yeah, we could maybe do another Master of Orion game. Oh, what the? Oh, we can't build units here because we don't have. We can't build units here because we don't have a builder's hall. Builder's hall. Or wait. No, wait. What the? Oh, okay. This will let us build swords. Do they not have spears? Anyway, I want to be able to rush by a unit out of there. I don't like having a city that has no defenders. As long as there's one unit, I can stack a bunch of spells on them. But if there's none, I can't. All right, well, these two. So I have 6 units in this stack, and okay. I think we're going to ditch the Nightblade, and then we can combine, let's see, and we'll probably, yeah, we'll ditch the Nightblade, and we might just have to ferry Shredder over. It's probably going to be Jayan, because Jayan lets them fly, Pizarro, and then 6, and then how many? And then 7, and then 7 slingers. Dwarves don't have spears, but their swords cost no gold. Ah, thanks for that. Gotcha. Oh, Pizarro leveled up. Yeah, he's been getting a lot of experience over the course of the game. Look at his stats. Okay. I know I've been keeping Pizarro out of direct combat a lot, but he currently has 26 defense. And he has invulnerability too, doesn't he? Yeah, he also has invulnerability. So if you want to land an attack on him, he has 0.3. He has 30% odds to block. So he has 26 times 0.3. So on average, he blocks 8 hits per attack. And then if by a chance you get you have to get 3 hits through to deal any damage, because he's going to block the first 2 with invulnerability. On average, he's going to block 8 hits, and then even if they get through, he'll block 2 more. Yeah, you can see high-level heroes can sometimes get to the point where you just, like, you can't really hurt them. All right, we'll rush that next turn. That's just silly. Okay, no, we don't need the shrine yet. It's too early. We'll do the sawmill. All right, invulnerability. Let's get... where is Torin? We're got to get over to our home on the map. All right, Torin. All right. What enchantments does Torin have right now? That's the wrong guy. That's also the wrong guy. All right, he has Heroism, Lionheart, Invulnerability. Okay, so it's time to move these guys forward. That means we have to buy the paladin. Alright, so next turn we move them all forward and then we plane shift them. I probably should have checked to see what was in this city first. You know what? Pizarro, let's just see if somebody can actually hurt Joe, because I don't think these guys can hurt Joe. I'm pretty sure they can't actually hurt Joe. They're not even trying to attack. I think they realize they can't hurt him. You know what? I'm gonna give the slingers a day off. Yeah, he's taking no damage. That was fun. That's the same thing again. We need to rush by the smithy so we can put a unit in here. Alright. Let's get over. We can merge these stacks together next turn. And then we'll be able to fly right across the water. Cool. Fun stuff. Alright, now I don't want to cast planar shift this turn. Because I could cast it... I want to cast it next turn, so we'll cast it next turn. Alright. It's like, isn't there anything less expensive than this? And the answer is no. Again, dwarves are really strong, but like their units are expensive. Oh, Tokyo's unhappy. We're going to need that cathedral. Well, they'll get right on that in 17 turns. Okay. We're going to move here. You guys move here. Okay. Okay, so next turn they can join up. Alright, so let's grab Torin and Cortez and this paladin that we just finished. That should be a pretty good stack. Planar shift. Hi! Hi! Here we are. Hi, Sisra. It did do some damage to Cortez. Druid. I'm just gonna make sure we heal up the damage, that's all. Alright, Doom Drakes. Let's go, Doom Drakes. Well, I kind of want Torin to do most of the battle. The problem is this battlefield's really rocky. Just, you know, like luck of the draw. Okay. Well. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I think the Doom Drakes have the edge. They also have Fire Breath, which is really nice. So this is effectively a form of First Strike. This means they deal damage first. And then the other side only gets to fight back after they've taken that damage. Yeah, imagine this. We're actually not using slingers for a change. Whoops, I thought I was still on the other unit. That's my bad. I'll keep you here for this turn. Torin, go do your thing. Torin, you have 25 attack now. Yeah, you like can't really be hurt at this point. Did they get any damage on Cortez? No, they did not. Okay. No, we don't need to do anything at this point. Everybody's full health. Oh, okay. Well, let's not stretch this out another round. Alright, we took out the shrine. Rushed by a spear. Again, as Dark Elves, they're going to hate our guts. Because everybody hates Dark Elves in this game. But we're closing in. There's another enemy unit here. We can probably kill that. I mean, Sistra has a decent amount of territory, but like we're just going to head straight for the capital, I think. Okay, so now we can cast a spell if we want to. What would we want to cast that we can... What would be fun to use? Let's try to do Stream of Life, shall we? We can remove all unhappiness from a city. We could also... You know what? We could also try to put heroism on some of these. Actually, you know what? Well, that's a city we would want to cast Stream of Life on. Let's just start casting heroism on all these units. Like the Doom Drake... Oh, they're already elites, so they can't take that. But the Paladins we can make elites. Yeah, they're just regular units. Let's upgrade those Paladins. Heroism's a pretty cheap spell for us at this point. How close are we? What are we researching? Mass healing? Actually, that would be good to... That might be useful in one of these battles. Let's see if we can finish that. We can do it in 2 turns. Cool. Ah, Cortez got another level. Good job, Cortez. Meanwhile... Meanwhile, back here, the Clacons. I mean, at this good, you should probably just be on train goods, probably. Just provide food for the rest of the Empire. What size are you? Yeah, you're probably going to need this soon. Look at all this stuff we're building. Yeah, you can probably do the sawmill and then the shrine. Alright. Let's see. The spearmen now. Okay. Now, every one of these units has 2 movement. The question is, where do we want this guy to go? Sistra has 1,200 magic points, so he will be able to cast the spell of return. So why don't you go and like try to take these cities over here, and I'll have this group take the capital and wrap up these cities over here. How about that? So, I mean, you go here. This way. Okay, so... I have 5 units here, so I need to fill up... I need to move these guys. Poor Shredder. So this does mean that if Shredder's not here, we will take this and move it to Torin. So he has a little bit more. We can hopefully get a better weapon than that. All right. Now all these guys are together. Oh, let's see if we can take out this stack here. I love the water, it's just purple. I love how we're like literally just flying in midair fighting against these ships. Okay, let's cast, this one gives us all, no, this one, Prayer, gives us all plus bonuses. Alright, well let's, oh, Pizarro actually can't move because he can't fly and we're in the water. That's pretty hilarious. Pizarro can't actually move. Fortunately, everything else is a ranged unit, so it doesn't matter. I think there were some units on those boats, too. Oh, hello. I'm glad I scouted this out, so there's a... I might have to conquer this city. Maybe. That's why scouting's important. Alright, we definitely can't kill that with our spirit. But as I said, scouting's important. Alright, spells. Well, let's get heroism on our other paladin down there. And we only need 386 to finish this spell, so 387 will finish it. We'll put the rest in skill. You never know, we might need to heal everyone on the battlefield at the same time. We're definitely closing in on these guys now, though. Yes, healing. These are not great spells that I have on here. A lot of stuff about chaos and death magic, but Sisera actually mostly uses life magic, like I do. Okay, so let's just do something. We'll just do the cheap spell in the hopes that maybe we could get something good. I'd love it if Crusade would pop up. That would be so cool to research. All right, Sawmill. Farmer's Market, I guess. Again, we're not hurting on food at the moment. Do the Cathedral. At this stage, it's... I think that was the last thing to... Oh, no, we can do Cathedral here as well. Get us more mana. Or magic power, more precisely. Sawmill. I think we need the Shrine. We'll just do that. Alright. The other Paladin. Alright. A lot of units in the area. How much magic? Alright, he still has 1100 magic. Yeah, you can see he's mostly white magic. He has one blue spellbook, which is why he keeps casting that Psionic Blast spell. Alright, I don't really care about these guys. Let's just make sure we can hit that city next turn. You can keep trying to Psionic Blast. Okay, he actually got a really good hit on Cortez. So, the nice thing is healing can just undo this immediately. I'm just going to have Cortez use his own mana to heal himself, too. Alright. Now, interestingly enough, I actually can't hit this guy with Touring because he's a flying unit. I have to wait for this guy to attack me. Which he did, of course. But I could have hit him with my ranged spellcaster. Alright, they did do a little damage to this Doom Drake, but I can heal that back. Alright, meanwhile, up here... I'm going to let this guy go, because I want to hit this... If I attack here, I can't hit that city next turn. So I'd rather just keep making progress, and then these guys will join in as they can, I suppose. Yeah. We could actually try to take over this node, but I don't have a Guardian Spirit in the area. Although I guess if I capture this, I can move my summoning circle here, which would not be the worst thing to do. So anyway, we're just kind of running them over. We'll take this next turn. This stack, it should be easily able to take that capital, and then we just have to grab all the cities to stop him from casting the Spell of Return. Alright, Temple, Farmer's Market. Again, we have Lima down here. We never really saw too much action down here on that island. This island down here, like, these towns have not really done a whole lot yet, but, you know, they're providing some infrastructure, and they're providing magic power, so that's kind of nice. Oh, well, I didn't intend to drop another turn of research, but 346, I should have dialed down research, whatever. Just want to make sure we don't go over. Well, I wish you could type in a number. That's as precise as we can get. We still have 100 casting skill right now, which is enough to cast pretty much what we want. All right. So you know what we should do? We should start casting. Where's the city spells? I can never. Here we go. Stream of Life, because we're gonna take this Dark Elf capital, and it's gonna be really unhappy. So we'll be able to cast this right here. We'll be able to cast this next turn, and Blackstone, which will normally be super unhappy, will just magically have all of its happiness. It'll just magically be at, like, max happiness. Okay. So this is where Sisra's located. They're trying Psionic Blast. Okay, I mean, they did a little damage there. Wait, Pizarro? Oh, right, this is... He doesn't have casting spells. Anyway, I will cast... Let's do Prayer to start, and then we can probably do Mass Healing next turn. Pizarro, let's have you just chill. I mean, we all know what this is gonna be. It's gonna be us casting spells. Try to take these guys out. Bye. Bye. I mean, there was a battle. That's okay. There goes most of the damage. Just get her back to full. Why not? We have no shortage of. We have like 1,000 mana. What the? Oh, he must have missile immunity. I'm like, what is going on here? He has missile immunity. Okay, well, Pizarro, it looks like we have something for you to do after all. Lightning bolt. Okay, well, again, So you see, even... There we go. Even Pizarro, he actually did something. So we banish him. Unfortunately, we still have to chase him down because he has enough mana to cast the spell of return. See? So the game is not quite over yet. Oh, he didn't have any spells. The good news is, though, that now he will not be able to cast spells at us in combat. You can see, even with this big army in here, there's like nothing going on. And I believe I cannot build a unit here. Yeah, I actually can't build a unit because there's already 9 units sitting on here. Good news is, I can actually, I'm not far off of being able to build some of the high tier Dark Elf units. The Dark Elves have some of the best units in the game. I will rush by the infrastructure that lets me make the late game Dark Elf units just so I can showcase them. And it doesn't really matter what we put production on this turn. Okay. Let's go get them. So all Dark Elf units have a couple things that are really strong. Not only do their units have really good stats, all of them have an innate magical ranged attack. Like, all of them. Even basic units like swords and spears have an innate ranged magical attack. They also all generate magic power. Every population point for a Dark Elf generates 1 magic power every turn. So you have a size 20 city that's 20 magic power per turn. Insanely powerful. The downsides are the units are super expensive, and that includes their settlers. And they only start on Myrror, and everybody hates them. So they actually are pretty balanced, but yeah, I mean, they can be pretty strong. We'll just heal the damage they did. Let's go get them. It does feel a little weird not having ranged units in this group here. Okay, well that works. The Paladins are, like, not fast enough ever to get up to the front lines because they don't fly. Okay, I don't think they did any damage that turn. Alright, Tauren, do your thing. And then Tauren was in there. We actually can't even get in through the door fast enough because Tauren's currently blocking the door. Alright, the Paladins are clearly not going to get up there fast enough. Alright, there we go. Cortez just casually deleting a unit. I know, right? This 1 stack of engineers has been so useful throughout the course of this game. Oh, we built another paladin. Well, alright, buddy, I'm sorry. I don't think we're ever going to use you. I can stop building them. We'll do the Animus Guild at least, though. That poor paladin. I forgot I was still building them. Alrighty, so what are we're casting, that's right, we're casting Stream of Life, because we're going to need it on this upcoming turn, and I believe we can cast it this turn. And we're also going to get Heavenly Light. We're hoping to pull something like Crusade next turn. I built 3 engineers, and that was it, yeah. They've just, I never really had the need for more of them. What's the new one we, okay, I think we got this one. Completely protects the city from all chaos and death enchantments. Obviously not useful in this game. So we'll just continue grabbing cheap ones. Righteousness here. Farmer's Market. One nice thing about this game is, like, at this stage of the game, you don't have to, like, think carefully about what to build. Like, you just can easily just slot the next thing. Because you kind of build the same things in each town in the same order, which sounds bad, but it does allow you to not have to spend a lot of time worrying about it. Alright, so here we go. Stream of Life. There we go. Now there's no unhappiness in this city. Now they... incredibly, now there's no unhappiness in this city whatsoever. So that's cool. What we need to do is we need to get... we need to build some units to defend this. The problem is I can't move units out right now. So how about this? We'll leave 3 slingers in there, and they can come join in next turn. And I'll start rush buying units for defense. They can just join up next turn. Let's clear this out. They'll probably just retreat. Yeah, I figured as much. They both survived their retreat roll. Great. Alright. We'll just get Halberd. We have... Money is not a problem, so we'll just grab an actual unit. Okay, so here we now have 2 units. We can go over to building stuff. We'll do the shrine because, again, everybody hates... Dark Elves are very... very hated. You can see, so we have 4 pop. We generate 4 magic power. This city has 18, or this city has 18 or 16 pop, starting 22 mana because it has some buildings. Insanely powerful ability. All right, you guys, I'll just wait for this turn. Now over here, we can just get a unit immediately because we don't have 9 units on the tile. All right, 1, 2. Looks like we built all the roads we need over here, so I would love it if I could get these guys over to the other island, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon. I could plane shift them twice, but I don't have like water walking, which is a blue magic spell, which will let them just walk across the water, as the name suggests. Alrighty. Yeah, so now we're really just hunting down the remaining cities at this point. Question is, now we can cast something again. I'm not interested. Well, actually, our casting skill is probably okay for the moment. Let's just research this. Let's see. What would be fun to do? We could always do another Stream of Life, which we can do in 2 turns. I don't know that we need any unit enchantments at the moment. I think we're kind of covered there. Like, you could say try to create an artifact, but, I mean, like, what would we try to get? Holy Avenger? What does that even do? I don't even know what Sword of Holy Avenger does, unfortunately. A +6, we could add 6 to Torin's attack. No. But, like, that would cost 1,400 mana. That would take forever. Like, it's not worth it. I'm probably just going to do Stream of Life. We can just do Stream of Life on another city, probably. Because, like, this one, these Dark Elf towns are not going to be happy. No, I'm not casting that. I didn't mean to cast that spell. We'll just do another Stream of Life then. Why not? If we don't have a Dark Elf city where it would make sense, then we can dump that on this Klakon city that's been unhappy. Like, this Klakon city has 4 unhappy faces. You can always just dump it on that city too. Oh, the other thing I could do is... never mind. I was going to say maybe I could increase the movement speed of some of these units. Alright, anyway. Apparently we still have this going on. So, you know the drill. We've done this like 8 times. There must be some camp that's still spawning these units. Some, like, camp that's still creating them. Anyway. That was easy enough. And remember, this game is unapologetic about having more cities is, like, always a good thing. Like, the game does not care about you being strong or weak. Alright, I am not concerned about that. Let's go see what's in this tower. Storm Giant. I'm sure we can deal with that. Okay. Well, I mean, they got their lightning bolts off. They didn't actually do any damage, though. Now, the issue with these guys, again, is they ignore defense, which is a little scary. We'll put Prayer up, which gives us a bonus to all our dice rolls. But we do have... Does Torin have first strike? I can't remember if he has first strike or not. So, like, all his defense is useless against these guys, because... No, he doesn't look like he has first strike. So we actually should use the Paladins against these guys, because the Paladins will just one-shot them. Let's keep everybody... Torin, you can run way out here and go after the Storm Giants. Everybody else, let's stay back here. The Doom Drakes... Oh, they have the Fire Breath. They would actually probably be okay as well. Oh, and Cortez... Let's heal yourself, because you did take some damage there. But yeah, the Paladins will be quite good. Oh man, this guy's trapped here, isn't he? Now they're out of their lightning bolt attacks, so... Yeah, they're out of their lightning bolt attacks now. Okay, yeah, the Doom Drakes will do well too. I just have to make absolutely sure they get the first strike in. So we'll try to make sure we're like over here, so that they can use their Fire Breath to hopefully kill these guys. That's important for the Paladins too. They have to get in the first strike. Cortez or Torin, you can just run over here and... Okay. I sure like casting those bolts at Cortez. Alright, Doom Drakes. Which one am I on, this guy? Oh, yeah, so he used his Fire Breath and killed them before they got a chance to strike back. Yep, see, they don't take any damage because the enemy never gets a chance to hit back. And meanwhile, Torin just is obscene. You look at him and you're like, oh yeah, 26 attack, 19 defense. I guess he took a tiny amount of damage. We'll just heal that up because we can. Alright. Oops. Alright, that worked. Altar of Battle. That was the one that makes the city... You can make all units built in a city elite. Which, again, would have been super good earlier in the game, but not so necessary now. Alright. Up to here. Let's move to here. Alright, I'm not really concerned about that. I'll just buy another halberdier here because we can. Okay, now we only have one movement left, so... Do we want to take out the family? No, let's... The question is, I can't remember if they... Well, no, they've all been moving on the road, so they should be able to go here, then here. Never mind, we'll just take this out. We'll just eliminate this with our Slinger Barrage. We can move the Summoning Circle in here and go take control of the node for more magic power. Oh, wow, some of these guys actually survived. Found a shield. Oh, okay, well that's a good shield. Why do we have so many shields? Is that better than what Tauren has? I think it is, because it has... Is this the one that has... Oh no, it only has +1 movement, so it's probably not quite as good. I have so many shields. Why do I have a billion shields? These are really good, but I don't need this many shields. It's slightly better than this. Okay, I think. Anyway. Holy Avenger does an extra magic attack against Chaos and Death units and gives Bless Spell. Okay. Yeah, I won't pretend I know all the like fine text about all of these. Alright, so we've got a unit that's about to go here, here. We have one stack going here and then another stack going here. Then it'll just be how quickly we can make it through all of this. Shouldn't be too much longer now. What are we on research? Okay, not wasting. Oh, hey, Jayan leveled. Good stuff. Alright. Need a place for... We're going to put it in that former capital over here. Which I believe is this city. Nope. I'm glad I checked. Nope. Nope. This city. Yes, this one. We're actually on the tower there. Yeah, so remember how this was, this city was very unhappy. Well, now we can make an insane amount of gold if we do this. Do we have enough food for that? No. So convert some of that back. But now the city, now they're no longer unhappy there. All right, it's only 73 research, so we actually probably are gonna, yeah, we're gonna waste a little bit of research there because we make 130 per turn, but it's not that big of a deal. We'll put the rest in casting skill. All right, over here. This is more than enough to take out this town. Again, we actually can't attack these guys with the units we have. We have to wait for them to attack us, which we are happy to do. Just give ourselves a little bit of extra stats with that. So what we do here is we just run forward and try to hit these guys. Try to have them attack us, because we can't actually attack them. You can't hit flying units unless you have ranged weapons, or... Unfortunately, the AI is dumb and will just attack us. Oh, we lost the shrine. That's annoying. Anyway, Draconian City. Draconian unit, their big thing is all their units can fly. They also generate magic power innately. It's every... I thought it was... Is it every pop point creates... How are we getting this much mana? Oh, why are we getting this much mana here? I thought there was every 2 pop generates 1 mana. Yeah, half power per pop. I don't know why we're getting 4 mana here. So something's off there. Maybe it's from the building that was destroyed. Alright, anyway, we're going to continue to play around with stuff here. So we can build Nightblades, that invisible unit that I have. But if we add... What do we need to do, though? If we add the University and then the Wizards Guild, we can make the one of the best units in the game. I'll rush by that next turn. I don't want to pay the swapping penalty this turn. Spells. We're going to move our summoning circle over here, and then we can put a Guardian Spirit there to take control of the node. Again, they're casting at JN. Here. I don't think we really need this, but Pizarro, you can run forward. Pizarro's pretty fast. Alright. And just like that. I'm going to end our turn so I can heal JN. Okay. Healing is such a useful spell. Now we just are automatically full health at the start of the next fight. Meanwhile, we're still exploring the Antarctic, apparently. We have gotten this whole area explored. So, what is it, 4 more cities to go? Obviously, the game is long since over at this point, but we still have to finish this up because we are still, we still have not actually eliminated this AI yet. Alrighty. What do we have now? Life Force and Tranquility are obviously like the same thing. All normal weapons become holy, giving them a +1 unit to hit bonus. What is this? Oh, it's a global enchantment. Ah, okay. It makes every unit on the map have units with a +1 weapon bonus. I think we already have this benefit though. Anyway, we also unlocked Archangel, which is the top life summon. They have pretty high stats, but the main reason you want them is they give bonus stats to every unit on the same stack as them. Can also cast life magic spells in battle. Alrighty, I mean, all this stuff looks good. I'm still looking for Crusade, though, so I'm going to try to research Angel and hope I can... Oh, what? Pirates stole 3,480 gold. Okay, we don't need Barbarian Shamans. That would have been more concerning if it had happened earlier in the game. Not too worrisome at this point. Yeah, they should be fine on... Yeah, they're fine on happiness for right now. Alright, summoning circle. So, summon Magic Spirit. Okay, wait, what? Did I move this unit somehow? Oh, what happened is I summoned him on a tile that already had 9 units, so it wasn't possible for him to pop up on that tile. 304 or 314 magic power. I haven't even shown the bar graphs recently, but like you can see, obviously they're pretty one-sided at this point. Alrighty, well, now we gotta just get down to these remaining spots. I really hope that this doesn't create an outpost in the immediate future. Probably will, though. I can maybe split the army in 2 to go to both of these targets, so it can speed it up a little bit. There's a Great Worm. Maybe we can go kill that Great Worm as well. That would be fun. Anyway, but for right now... Oh, that's right. We fly. I forgot. Actually, I should keep the stack together, because flying is better. I don't have any obvious way to get this stack... Well, I could plane shift them twice to get them over there, which I think I might do. Here, we want units... Here we go. Because if I plane shift them here, they're on this tile. Okay, sure. I can plane shift them twice. It's a little silly, but I can do it. And here, okay, yeah, we've got a spear. We don't want the spear. We don't need the spear tagging along. Here, you can hang out there. Unfortunately, we do have to get up to this spot over here in the corner, and it's going to take... Well, it looks like we're mostly moving through flat ground, so it actually won't take that long. Looks like we will not manage to get the entire Antarctic explored before this game comes to an end, although we have gotten a really good chunk of the map explored. I think we found every single bit of land, unless there's like another one-tile island out there. So we have every single tile of Arcanus explored. There are no fog tiles on this map. Somehow, by the way, this one city is still there. Alright. Let's go capture it with a spear. I'm going to walk this spear. Actually, the game still might end before we get over there. I'll try to walk it over there, though. By the way, that makes a Klakon rebel in this town. Alright, farmer's market. These Klakons, they always hate everything that you do. We have enough food that we can build that faster. Same thing here. To Parthenon, sure. Sawmill. Forester's Guild, unless you need happiness, but you don't. Farmer's market for more food. Alright. While I'm thinking about these guys. Alright. I love the putting your finger on a screen. Now they need to be another tile further south. I believe now they're safe. Yeah, now they're here. So we can planar shift them again. Good job, guys. I mean, I had to bring my road builders along, right? Okay, here. So we need the university. Again, that pays for like 1 turn's worth of income. And then we need the Wizards Guild, which is going to be insanely expensive, but we can do it. Let's see. Let's take this out first. Oh. No. What the heck? That settler, did it just disband? Well, in any case. Apparently we still have a movement point left. If I can, I'd like to kill that. Let's see if I can go tag this settler, because it's obviously going to try to put up another outpost. Alrighty. Meanwhile, over here, we're almost over to that city. I don't know if we're going to make it over to this last remaining neutral town. There's another neutral town on, there's a neutral town here and here, though, too. So it's not like I have every city on the planet. Clearly, there wasn't time to set up cities over here and make them productive. But yeah, we did manage to take over pretty much all of Arcanus. Like, I settled this island, my home island. I settled this island, and I settled these two and this. So I feel like I did colonize a good portion of the map. There is an argument that people have heard say just like never settle anything. It's never worthwhile. Just conquer stuff from the AI, and there's probably a good bit of truth to that. But I always like taking over I always like the building aspect of these games. All right. So we built the university. Now, if we build the Wizards Guild, we can do Warlocks, which, as I said, are one of the best units in the game. So I'm going to try to rush by the Wizards Guild so I can show what the stats of those are, even though we won't have a chance to deploy them. Yeah, library's fine here. Shine. Sharp library. Apparently we're on a library kick, apparently. Alright, you now have some defenders, so you can do Marketplace. Actually, you should do the Builder's Hall. Alright, same thing here. Granary. Build the road. There we go. I'm worried that that settler is still out there. Yep, we gotta hunt this down. We can kill this, and then we'll head up to this. Actually, you know what? This is a draconic unit. You know what? Why don't you go for that up there? Alrighty. Did you guys do anything? Apparently not. These Doom Drakes have actually been pretty helpful. Those Paladins cannot get up to the front lines yet, even though they have an 11 attack on a unit like this. Alright. Alright, well, as soon as these things, I can't hit them. Or wait, can I? Oh wait, I can. I have Fire Breath. Never mind. Fire Breath can hit flying targets. That's right. I forgot. Flying targets you can hit them with your Fire Breath. Okay. Alright, whatever. Alrighty. We're up to 324 for our mana base, and our casting skill is 105. So we're getting a 1.5 of casting skill every turn, which is pretty nice. Yeah, this should be able to move in here in 2 turns, and I can make this an elite unit, as you've seen me do innumerable times with white magic. So flying units can attack other flying units. I guess you're right. I think that's correct. Oh wait, someone's attacking us? Okay. Alright, well these units, they look pretty strong, so as usual. Yeah, I mean, you know the deal. Lionheart plus heroism. I mean, look at the stats on this unit now. They're 6 halberdiers. They have 9 attack. They have 5 health each. Like, wait, like, how are you gonna beat them with your 5 attack swords over there? Okay, well, don't answer that, because you are actually dealing some damage. I forgot I can shoot. What am I thinking? I can shoot back at these guys. I forgot I can shoot back at these guys. But my melee attack is a lot stronger. Because I have 9 melee attack, I have 3 ranged attack. Alright, well, we'll just keep healing. Yep. And... okay, huh? That was closer than I thought. Oh, there's actually a hero here. What the heck? Okay. We might have to put 3 in. We have to put all of our spells on this guy. Put all of our enchantments on simultaneously. Alright, now we should be good. Alright, yeah, counter magic. Go ahead, try it now. Well, it actually... okay, it actually did manage to do something. Alright, there we go. See, the AI just put down a new outpost down here, so... there is actually a bug in this game, whereby if the AI only has an outpost left, and if their last settlement is an outpost, and you try to disband it, then it crashes the game. All right, there's a great worm in there. There's a great worm there. We should probably try to go get one of these. We can go get one of these next turn. Oh, we can go get that next turn. Cool. Sure, just do something. Alright. Making sure we're only selecting these guys. Okay, patrol. Meanwhile, over here, we wanted to rush by this. Yep, it's that expensive. Yep. That's why you generally don't rush by things that have a shield cost of over 1,000. But it's the end of the game, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Good thing I have plenty of mana. Good luck. Yep. No. Alright. So this unlocks warlocks. These guys are super nasty. You can see they have a base ranged attack of 7. Now there's only 4 of them, unlike halflings. The halfling slingers, you get 8 of them. There's only 4 of them, but they're also immune to missiles, and they have this, the Doombolt spell. This does 10 damage, and it can't be resisted. It's a guaranteed 10. They can cast it once per battle. So if you put like 4 of these in your army, you can just walk up to like any high-end dragon, and they just die instantly because they can't do anything about it. They're ranged. So this is a very fragile unit. But like if you take this unit and slap Lionheart on it, now Lionheart only increases melee damage, not ranged. But that'll give them suddenly 4 HP, and then they'll get a lot beefier. Look at the cost though, 240. So they're a really expensive unit, but they're an insanely good unit. So if you can get to the end of the Dark Elf tech tree, like it's it's pretty nasty. They have some great units. Alright, lizards. Whatever. You already built everything that's useful. Give us more food then. Alrighty, university sounds good. Shrine. We'll just do the temple or the library because it's cheap. Alright, yeah, you can do a library as well. So you can do this pretty fast. Sage's Guild here because we don't need happiness. Alrighty. Now, I need mana because I'm going to be doing a lot of casting this turn. Let's take this last city. Alright, let's go, Clackons. You know the buffs by now. Lionheart. Can only cast one spell per turn, but invulnerability. Now these spells are very expensive to cast because see the little range thing here? It doesn't cost 12 magic to cast this. It casts 12 times 2.5 to cast this. So it's not cheap. But once we do this, they can't hurt us anymore. And we just kill everything. Yeah, we had this fight earlier. So we did, in fact, manage to take over every town on the home continent, which was what I wanted to do. All right. Meanwhile, here, same deal. Oh, I hope that this guy can survive. Unfortunately, he might not survive, unfortunately. Well, we can give it a try, but the problem is all these guys are going to shoot him, and he only has not a lot of health here. Well, we'll see. We'll give it a shot. See, remember, when I get attacked, I get to cast spells first. Oh, you know what I could actually, you know what? Let's not overcomplicate this. We can just cast Lionheart right here. We'll just wait one turn. We'll cast Lionheart here on the world map. That way this guy won't die. All right, let's see if we can take on this Great Worm. So the thing that's dangerous about these guys is they teleport. So there's a decent chance that JN is going to be saying bye-bye here. So they can teleport anywhere on the map. Fortunately, it didn't have enough damage to one-shot my slingers. All right, let's see how Pizarro does just one-on-one against the Great Worm. Great Worm's 25 attack, 12 defense, 12 resistance, 25 health, and +3 to hit. They have this poison attack that if you have low resistance, it really messes you up. But we have high resistance. I think Pizarro is actually stronger than this guy one-on-one. And just to help him out, we'll give him a prayer. He didn't take any damage. Okay. Yeah, he didn't take any damage. Okay. Alright, Pizarro might be pretty strong. We got sorcery. Okay. So now we have Chaos Mastery and Sorcery Mastery. We don't have any blue magic, but we're apparently masters of blue magic and red magic, even though we don't have any spell books. It does double the magic from all sorcery nodes, which is nice. So we do have a decent number of those, right? I had a lot of, yeah, there's a sorcery node. And I had the one on this plane, I think. Actually, I think I have two on this plane, right? I have one up here, and I have one here. So that actually probably did give me a decent amount of extra magic power. Now I have at 380. There is actually no life mastery, by the way. Just FYI, there is no life mastery. So that was kind of cool. If this game goes on, we can try to take that other node away. But I don't think it's going to. I think we just need to walk into that final city over there, and then that's it. Alright. Just prayer for the funsies. Alright, Doom Drakes, you guys can actually hit these guys. Torian, you can't hit these guys, but maybe they'll be dumb enough to attack you. See, he can't hit them. That shaman just died. Alright, the knights. Well, that worked. How much fame do we have? 112. That's a good amount of fame. Alright. So, we're just about done here, I think. How close were we to researching this spell? Angel? I could get it in 2 turns if we swapped over research, but... Alright. Oh, apparently we're getting attacked here. Alright, well, let's do this one last time. Actually, I have to do it again on the following turn. Alright. No, not holy armor. I wanted heroism. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Cathedral. Okay, yeah, we can just do trade goods now. That works. Yeah, this would be nice if the game went on longer, which it's not going to. All right. I love how we have like this lowly spearman. All right. We can do heroism here too. All right, you're going to be my... Because I have to cast these before the battle, because once the battle starts, remember, the AI gets to go first. And all those units have a ranged attack, so I don't want them to just die. All right, you guys can just patrol. All right. Okay, yeah, whatever. Sure, you go have fun with that. All right. This should be it. As I said, they're all gonna fire attacks at this guy, but he should be fine. Yeah, he did take a little minor amount of damage, so let's just put invulnerability on him. And then we'll heal. Yep. Once that happens, it's basically done. Because, like, we can heal this guy. Yeah, you can't... You're done. At this point, you're done. Because invulnerability blocks the first 2 hits from every one of these figures. I love how we can just take, like, a random spearman and walk in and kill this city. Alright. So that will actually do it. It is a game we were carried by an army of halflings, it's true. And then we won with a legendary hero leading an army of dragons and paladins. And then we had a random spearman just walk into a city at the very end. So that's it. As I said, this last session was not very dramatic. We just had to walk our army in there. But I did enjoy putting together that army of Doom Drakes and Paladins and Tauren the Chosen at the end of the game. That was fun. Again, Life Magic is extremely powerful on Master of Magic. My feeling is it's the strongest of the 5 schools. I think that's the general consensus of others as well. So there is a final score screen. Again, heavily influenced by the original Civilization. If you played Civ 1, you get points for spells. You get points for total population. You get points for defeated wizards. You also get points for how much fame you have. And there's a point total for how quickly you win. You also get a bonus if you cast the Spell of Mastery. And then you get a final score. 4446 is apparently the one that we have here. If you tally it up, the score is doubled because I was on hard difficulty. It is tripled on impossible. And then you can see this bar here. I believe the bar fills up all the way at 8,000, which is considered to be like a full score. You can milk the score pretty easily if you want. The best way to do this is to farm fame against the AIs. And just to get, and just like to settle cities everywhere on the map. So you can like milk score if you want, but I think it's kind of pointless. I kind of like that Master of Orion does not have score, but this game does. And again, this game is, I said it, the three influences are Master of Orion influences a lot of mechanics. The game is heavily based on Civilization 1, and then also heavily based on Magic the Gathering circa 1994-95 when this game was made. It has the 5 schools of magic. They literally line up 1-to-1. You are basically a planeswalker in this game, like pretty clearly. You get the idea. All right, and then you can see on here. If you're wondering why some of these scores were on here twice, by the way, I actually got almost identical score to a game I did with a High Elf game I did a little bit earlier. You can see which one of these is the impossible game. I've only finished one impossible game so far. But anyway, I went back and went back to my final save game file so I could get a screenshot of those scores after I was done. And it clicked through to the ending and accidentally scored it again. And I don't know how to get rid of the duplicate score. So I don't know how to do that. But yeah, you can see you score a lot more points on Impossible. That's also because you have to fight so many more battles on Impossible. You rack up a lot more fame. But anyway, there you go. So there's Master of Magic. It's a good game. It has some flaws to it, but it is fun to play. If we do this again, which we probably will down the road, we'll definitely try to take on a more challenging... we'll try it on the top difficulty, and we'll do it when using something that's different than Life Magic, because every school of Magic is different. Death Magic, I think, is pretty clearly the weakest, and then it's like the Chaos and Nature Magic are somewhere in the middle, and then Sorcery Magic, the Blue Magic, is like not quite as good as Life, but still good. the biggest thing you want to say, like the main way to evaluate how good the spells are is what is the cheese potential against the AI? Like, how can you cheese fights that you probably shouldn't win? And Life Magic is very, very high on being able to cheese fights you shouldn't win. You just stack Heroism, Invulnerability, Lionheart, and like literally the most terrible units in the game are suddenly monsters. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, no, death magic is pretty clearly the weakest. It's not that it's bad. Like there's some cool stuff you can do. The problem is most of the high end death spells just try to kill units, and it's not that hard to resist that. So like a lot of the spells are just instant death spells, and they just don't work very well because you end up with like 10% chance or 20% chance to kill enemy units, and it's like that's not really that great. All right, well, anyway, thanks all of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series. We'll do a different game next week. We'll start something new. And in maybe about 2 months or so, we'll be looking for AI Survivor stuff for the next season. So keep in tune for that a couple months down the road. Thanks all. I hope you have a great weekend. Take care. Bye, guys.